answers.
All right, so over here we have two ways to exit the map. There is one way on the left, and there is another way on the right. I'll take you through the right first, and then next time I'll come and show you the way out through the left. The objective is like you want to get out by flying a little bit high, because if you fly low, you're going to start the event, and you're going to start the global timer in the seasonal event. So just follow me. So you see this line here? It's kind of like a notch. Yeah. It is advisable that you fly above that line. You know for sure that you will not start the time. Okay, so if you come to where I'm hovering, you'll be able to see there's a gap over there where I'm shooting. Yep. So you're going to fly there and you're going to melee dash. And make sure that you kind of melee dash to the left. I'm just cooling down a bit. So whenever you're ready. Okay, so that on the left, melee dashed. Ah, okay, that was quite fast. All right, so one thing, as you're dropping down, so you see kind of like this wall here, it ends. So you just fly out as soon as you hit the wall. Don't go to the bottom, because if you, yep. So if you go to the bottom, the timer will start. So you just melee dash out. Don't worry, I'm recording, so I'll share the recording with you. Okay. So you melee dash out, and as you drop down, as soon as you come to this wall, the edge of this wall, stop and fly out. Okay. And just maintain the altitude.
Sounds good.
So you can come and you can rest here if you need to cool down. Okay. So on the left, to the left, that's the main event. All right. So the thing is, if you fly far away from the event, the game is going to pull you back in, and it's going to put you at the bottom of the event. So which means the timer will start. So we're going to fly close to the main event, and we're going to fly forward. All right. So here, do you see kind of like an arc kind of structure here? Yep. So you're going to continue flying north. And here you just carefully stick close to the structure and drop down. Okay. So now, do you remember, like, once you finish the first room, which has the grounder, you fly through a tunnel, a circular tunnel. Do you remember that?
Oh, sorry. Yes. So I'm muting and unmuting, and I think it cuts off the
that's fine. But yeah. You can give a OK in game as well. So that's, if you look below, you'll see the tunnel from the outside.
Sure.
So this is the tunnel through which we fly. So right now we are outside. The first event has not begun, and we can continue flying down this path. All right, so at the end of the tunnel, you have maybe it's easier to show you. So you see the ceiling up here? We are going to do a ceiling jump on that ceiling. Nice, you made it. Okay, so do you recognize this room? Perfect. So in this room, you will have one multiplier and one rabbit. So the multiplier can spawn on one of the four corners. Okay, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go to those corners and shoot.
Okay, sounds good.
So the multiplier can spawn here. Or the multiplier can spawn here. And right over here, you can have the multiplier spawn. And the final spawn location is going to be here. Now, the rabbit can spawn in two locations. So the first one is where you are standing. It can spawn here. If not here, it's going to be over here. If it is not in either of these two places, then the rabbit will be in the level below, which I'll show to you later. Alright, now to exit this room. Just so you know, we call this the pre-bitch room. So if anyone says we're going to the pre-bitch room, you know which room you're talking about. Now to exit this room, if you look, fly a bit to the west. So you do a ceiling jump over here. Nice. Okay, so you see this column of water? Yep. So that's the column through which we swim up. We swim up to the next level. So that's where we are going to go. So if you reach a bit closer, you can see there's a platform you can land on. Alright, so do you see there's it's kind of like there's a gap there. So we're going to fly there. So what I'm about to show you, so if you come to, so either you can fly into this gap or this gap, doesn't matter. But for simplicity's sake, we'll just fly in here. We're going to fly close to the ceiling and then melee dash in. So perform the melee dash when you're close to this gap. There you go. All right. So now, so do you remember after when we come out of the water column, there's a room with 3 turrets and a bunch of enemies. So that's the room that is above us. We call that the bitch room. We call it the bitch room because of all the places, this is the hardest hardest room to get in the map. But with a little bit of practice, you can do it repeatedly and easily. So the way we get in is one, we're going to fly slow. and kind of like we're going to like turn a little bit to left and do a ceiling jump. Yep, you haven't made it through. So sometimes like so you just once you kind of like start going through the ceiling, you just keep mashing your jump button. So fly slow, like the way I'm flying. So don't hold your direction key. So once you start flying, let go of your direction key. Yeah, there you go. See, you start flying slow. There you go. All right. So now there is one multiplier here, and there are 5 locations it can spawn in. So the first one is the back here. Yep. The second one is over here. Yep. So the second one is right over here. There is a third location at the top. Right here. If not there, you come down. This is the 4th location. It can spawn there, or it can spawn here. That's the 5th location on either side.
Is it possible for it to spawn on top of the sentry door?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
At least I've never seen it spawn there. I've only seen it in these 5 locations.
Okay, cool.
Alright, now to exit this room. Do you need me to go through those 5 locations again?
No. So I read through the Anthem Enclave guide, and that's what I've used in the past. I've never seen it there myself, but I think it was in that guide that they said it was possible to spawn there. So I mean, maybe it's just super rare. It's like never spawned before.
Yep, I've never seen it spawn there. Alright, next we fly up. And you just fly to the ceiling, and the game will respawn you. Okay, cool. Do you recognize the place where we are in?
Yep.
This is the room where there's a pyramid here, and then you stand on these 3 plates.
Yep.
So when we went to the room above us, I said there are 2 locations for the Grabbit. But if the Grabbit is not there in those 2 locations, it will always be here. Yep. Now, in addition to this, there is one multiplier here. Yep, there's a multiplier there. But the thing is, like, if you pick up the multiplier, you will start the timer. So we pick up the multiplier only when we are about to start the event. Now, most of the time the multiplier will be there, but there's a very rare chance that the multiplier will not be there. If the multiplier is not there, it will usually be here, somewhere on top here. It's either this ring or I think that's a ring. Yep, it will usually be here, but it's very rare. Okay, so follow me. Okay, so we are going to do a ceiling jump here. Nice. Okay, so once we are out, kind of run towards the east. And we just stick close to the main structure. And we keep... Now again, we stick close to the main structure and we turn right. So you see, this is the tunnel where we enter the room first. But now instead of coming down, just fly a bit up. And if you go north, you see this familiar platform. And this is how we went into the bitch room. So now, if you come to where I'm standing, you see there's kind of like a T structure. Yep, we call it the T-bone. So we go stand on top of it. So we basically okay, we exited the map. We flew down this path, we dropped down, and then we flew here. Yep, so from here you continue a bit to the north, and you can jump up onto this T-bone structure. Alright, so on the left is the main structure of the game, and we want to fly close to that structure. Otherwise, the game will respawn us. So now, if you're standing where I'm standing, and like, can you see there's kind of like a protrusion up? Yep, we're gonna fly there. So just remain as close as possible to the left and fly to that structure. Yep, you can land here. Alright, so far we covered the so-called pre-bitch room, the bitch room, and the tunnel after stage 1. Now, after the bitch room, we enter the room which has those 3 rotating puzzles on 3 different levels. We call it the brutes room. So because as you're doing the puzzle, a lot of brutes spawn, and we are going to go there. So there is a shorter way from the big rock that we were standing on before jumping onto the T structure, but I am unable to do it on a consistently. It kind of like the game keeps respawning me, but this is a sure way to reach that place. So follow me. So you see this green wall. So you're going to fly above the green wall. Awesome. So now we're in the brutes room, and as you know, there are 5 red orbs. You're going to have 5 red orbs to pick up to summon the mini boss, and then you're going to have 5 locations for a single multiplier. Yep. the multiplier can spawn there, or the multiplier can spawn here. In addition to these two locations, it's going to be behind the screen. In addition to these two locations, there is one spot on level 1, but that's very rare. So we can have the multiplier spawn here, but that's quite rare. Now, in addition to this, you're going to have 2 more spots on level 3. Your first spot is going to be here. If it's not here, it's going to be mid-air where I'm hovering. It's going to be right. It's going to be right here, and you can pick it up. Now, in addition to this, so you're going to have one grab it, and I know of 4 possible locations for this grab it. Han, do you know if there are just 4 locations for this grab it, or if there are if there is more in the brute room?
There's 5 locations.
Fine. Okay, I know only of 4. Would you mind coming and showing us?
Yeah.
Yep. So Shadow, that's one of the that's where most of the time the grab it is going to spawn. It's very rarely it's going to be in one of the other 4 locations. And just to be safe, we just wait for Han to come and show us the grab it locations. In the meantime, so are you comfortable with editing videos?
Fairly comfortable, yeah.
Yeah. So there's usually the spot where like you would fast forward the videos, but I haven't learned. I haven't figured out how to do it yet.
Which software do you use?
I use the OpenShot software, OpenShot video editor. They say it has that feature, but whenever I try the feature, my PC usually hangs up, and my CPU is like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't care.
So I usually use.
Yeah, I'm here.
And Shotcut's a free, pretty simple, basic video editing. It's enough for what I need for like YouTube stuff. I don't do anything crazy as far as editing goes.
So 1 is here.
Yep.
Two is here.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 I know of, actually.
Third one is back here. You see it right there. That's the third one. Go up to the 3rd floor. There was a rock that he stays. Right here. This is the 4th one down here.
Sorry, where is it?
Right here.
Okay.
They're on the rock. And then the 5th one is on the ground. There's a small little platform, a rock. And he stays snug and you know.
This one?
Where?
I thought it was on level 2.
No.
On level 2.
Was it level 2 or level 3? Looks like right here or something. He stays right here. There's this little rock where he stays. He's hidden. Let's go down to level 2. That's the puzzle. That's the waterfall.
But he usually hides somewhere under one of these platforms.
Yeah, under these platforms. You will see his glowing eyes. He's on the. He's one of these lower platform. This little rock. I think it's stage 3. Yeah, stage 3. And then one of them was right on top of the rock, remember? It's on
Yep,
stage 3.
That was the one that I did not know about.
But it's rarely that he's there on that rock. We caught him just a couple of times only. I think the most time we ever seen him there was like maybe 3 or 4 times. Out of all this run we've been through. Yeah, it's on stage 3, Aku.
Okay.
Stage 2, I don't recall. He's only at the waterfall. One of this right here. He's probably hidden right here. One of this rock right here. He's standing right here on this rock right here like this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then one of them is right here. He's like sitting right on top of this shit right here, this platform.
Okay. Alright,
Yeah, that's it.
and let's move forward. Alright, so to move forward, to exit this room, Shadow, you want to come to where I am? I can show you the way out.
Yeah, hang on. I just vaulted through a little crack. I'm gonna have to respawn. Got myself stuck.
Okay, it's gonna put you at the very beginning.
I'm here. I'm by Broken Down.
You're not. Oh, can't respawn. That's why you were by him.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Wait, why did it pull you guys back?
Oh, we respawned.
surprised to find somebody in here. I never am.
Okay. So to exit from here, so you come to stage 3, the level 3. So right opposite this waterfall on the top, there's a gap. So you can just fly straight through the gap. Walk out. So once we finish the brute room, we swim up a water column, and then we fly through a kind of like a rocky cave. So this is a rocky cave. So again, like we fly close to that to avoid getting respawned. So there you can see the end of the rocky cave. And then that's the tunnel which has the lasers that shoot out. So we call it the so-called laser room. So now follow me.
They're trying to slow you down.
So this is the laser room. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly close to the laser room. Fly a little bit forward, about like halfway, just to be safe. And then we're going to fly a little bit away. So turn back. So you can see that like we're at the end of the laser room. And you will have one multiplier here in midair. You can pick that up. And now you continue forward. You just stand where I'm standing and like kind of like a bit towards west. Have that gap. You can fly straight out. Now we're going to repeat that same path. But this time we're going to keep flying close to the laser room. Alright, so again, like we continue straight forward. But just try to remain close to the main structure so you don't get respawned. Now do you see a gap here? You can melee dash through the gap. So this is the room with the echoes. So this is where, yep. So you'll have a multiplier on one of those circles. So it can randomly spawn anywhere. So you just get that multiplier And the Grabbit has a few locations here. So the Grabbit can spawn here on this location. Yep, it can spawn where you're standing. If not in these two, there is another fixed spot on southeast. So if you fly down, it can spawn here. If not here, then you're going to have to search the pillars. So it can be either at the bottom of the pillar or at the very top. You need to search. That's the only thing that's a bit frustrating. You need to search for it. Now to exit this room. So you can exit this room the same way we came in. And this time you don't have to like do a melee dash or anything. You can just, as long as you're flying close to the ceiling, you can just fly out straight. So again, like jump up and just run forward to the center. Now this is the final boss location, and you're gonna have the final Grabbit come back here. Alright, so there's one final thing that I need to show you. So do you remember that the laser room? So we're going to go directly there to the laser room from the spawn. So let's respawn. Okay, let's go. Oh wait. Yeah, he started the... Okay, I might as well show you how to exit the map on the left now. Just give me a minute.
Got into the center, Aku. They got right into the center of the pillar.
Okay, I'm back.
I got right into the center of the pillar, Aku.
So, Shadow, you want to respawn? I can take you to the left. Okay, so we just fly above the bubble and we fly to the left. Okay. So do you see the seam here? So what you're going to do is, so this is a bit slightly tricky. It requires a little bit of practice. So what you're going to do is like, you're going to start flying from here, kind of like, but you're going to fly slow, the same way we did when we were getting to the witch room. And just as you're about to hit the seam, you press your hover button. So you just press your C and you move forward. And you will exit this stage. Takes a little bit of practice. Ah.
Do I need to hold a particular direction when I go into hover?
Just the direction away from the stage, away from the center of the stage.
Is there any particular area on the wall?
Just a seam. Okay, hold on. I'm respawning and coming back. Okay, this exact spot. So that, okay. Just assume that this seam is that seam. So the way you do it is like, so you're going to start flying without pressing the direction key. So you're going to fly slow towards the seam, and without turning or anything, just you fly straight towards the seam. And as you're about to hit the seam, you just press hover. Yeah, you kind of face through the wall right now. So you're going to do the same thing, but above this. So you're kind of going to go and hover right there. Did you see the outside?
Sure.
Yeah. Maybe try flying from here, from the place where I'm standing. Yes. This takes a little bit of practice. Okay, let's
Be right
just go.
back.
Yep, sure. Let's just go out on the right. So just don't fly into the bubble. You can use these waterfalls to cool yourself down if you need to. So here, like, you see this bubble, right? So pretty much, before this bubble comes up, if you drop below this, the timer will start. So that's why you try to maintain, you kind of like try and fly high. And now you go mini dash. But this time you will get caught by the bubble. Don't worry, fall to the bottom. So just run close to the bubble so you don't, because you go too far, you're going to get respawned. Okay, this is... Okay, just to make things easy. You can do a ceiling jump here. Okay, we're up. Okay, do you see that ledge there? We're gonna get onto that ledge. But be careful, be slow, and stay close to this wall. Because if you go a bit to the right, the game is gonna respawn you. Okay, so you kind of like take a few steps forward, and then not sure if you're able to see that white disc there. Okay, you're gonna try and fly to the left edge of that white disc. Yep, that's the direction. And you'll end up in the laser gun. So that's the final bit. For this.